You know, these people are so cool that they didn't really care how you voted. But you did, and here's Marv Albert with the results.
Thanks, Christina. In 5th place, he hates Mondays, and now he hates contests. Bob Geldof with 7%. Coming in next with 17, that's percent, not her boyfriend's age, is Cher. In the 3rd spot is a man who probably didn't vote for Cher, David Letterman with 18%. Jack Nicholson finishes 2nd with 19%. And the coolest human on the face of the earth is Mel Gibson with an overwhelming 39% of the vote.
And here's Mel, all the way from Thailand, where he's shooting his latest movie.
Hey, throw my shrimps on the barbie, Mel.
Hi. Thank you. It's an award. It's the MTV Music Television Award. I'm the coolest person. I won. How did you find me here? Well, I mean, I'm honored and I'm flattered and honored. And I'll try graciously to live up to the reputation. Thank you. Thank you. What do you think of that, coolest person?
I don't think so. But here, I'm the coolest guy. Cooler than you.
Well, he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even in the running, I don't think. But,
yeah, but you know, how come I don't get an award?
Well, as you got my name on it, I'd give it to you, except it would look kind of silly with my name. Anyway, I wanted it, sir.
All right.
It's a nice piece of architecture. Thank you. Thank you. Cheers. Get out of here, will you? Get out of here.
Just take those What a party, what a country. We've had our great moments and our bad moments. We had those royal weddings in England and those royal rip-offs on Wall Street. We ran out of dip in '85 and the toilet overflowed during that Live Aid thing. And people showed up who we never heard of and acted like they owned the place. Huey Lewis and Baby M, Bananarama, Rick Astley. Then Pete Rose shows up and turns a harmless game of Pictionary into a tawdry frenzy of illegal wagering. Some mistakes were made. I never should have sent Mike Tyson out for more Jolt Cola in my dad's Porsche. Hey, what happened to my mom's crystal egg? Oh my God, she's gonna kill me. Why didn't I invite the right kind of people to my party? I'll bet really big stars behave themselves when they're at somebody's parents' house. Mega stars. Boy, next time, I think I'll just invite the nominees for the mega star of the '80s. Here they are. Hey, keep my pit bull away from the juice, sir.
Peace, man. Make love, not war.
The phones really lit up for this one. Oh, they really did. And here's Marv Albert, the voice of the NBA, to tell you how you voted.
In 5th place, he was on fire, but it looks like it's been extinguished. Bruce Springsteen with only 8%. In 4th place, Michael Jackson with 15%. In 3rd place, Prince with 17%. Now, What's Irish has 8 legs and finished 2nd. U2 with 27%. And the winner, the mega artist of the '80s, Madonna with a whopping 33% of the votes.
And here's Madonna to accept the award and thank you in her own special way. I didn't try to kiss you. That was Ken Oba, honey. All right?
If I only knew in 1979 what I know in 1989. I can only say that I didn't get there fast enough.
I went to New York, I had a dream. I wanted to be a big star. I wanted to dance, I wanted to sing. I worked really hard and my dream came true.
I want more!
A lot of people thought that I was a black artist before they saw my videos. I'm a white artist doing R&B music, getting played on pop stations. I don't think that I'm using sex to sell myself. It's the way I am. It's the way I've always been.
No comment from the peanut gallery.
When you wear Madonna clothes, everybody looks at you, right?
Everybody stares and says, look at that girl over there.
I'm trying to express a certain, my way of life.
You know, AIDS is a powerful and mysterious disease that continues to elude us, but we are more powerful.
I'm going to demonstrate to you what I would like to do to all those people out there who voted for me to get this award. The Artist of the Decade Award. Mega Artist.
Thank you. How many times does this happen to you? You're at a party, having a blast, and then boom, commercial break. When we come back, we'll have the humor guide and the greatest video in the history of the world. But first, we picked a few winners of our own that you'll be seeing throughout the show. Here's our first dishonorable mention.
I said shut up!
Yep.
I said shut up!
Champagne wishes, caviar dreams, and condom magic.
I said shut up! Hook 'em in, you're running wild. Hook 'em in, you're running wild. Hook 'em in, you're running wild. I said shut up!
Here we go.
There we go.
Here we go.
Censorship, 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 censorship.
I said shut up!
Well, the MTV Rate the 80s award party rages on. We've got all the winners and the losers. Now remember, you voted, so you've got no one to blame but yourselves.
Hey, not in there. Hey, not in there. What's the matter with you? Those are the ashes of my late Aunt Lottie, okay? She didn't smoke, drink, or swear. Damn it, who put a beer can in here? I'm only kidding. You know, some jokes just get better every time you hear them. N'est-ce pas? And some comedians do, too. In fact, comedy really came into its own in the 80s. When Ronald Reagan took the oath of office, there were less than 15 stand-up comics left in the U.S., and the species seemed doomed to extinction. But thanks to tough conservation laws and lucrative cable TV deals, there are now over 180 million fertile comedians living in captivity. Ludicrous? Well, mayhaps. But we're not here to quibble. We're here to talk about those comedians who stand head and shoulders above the rest. Let's take a look at the nominees for Humor God of the 80s.
Just because I'm a comedian doesn't mean every time I open my mouth, something funny has to come out. I'm a human being.
You know, we're all winners here tonight. Except, of course, for those who lost. Here's Marv Albert and the Tijuana Brass with the stats.
Thanks, Colin. At the back of the field with a marvelous 3% of the vote, Billy Crystal. In fourth place, Bette Midler with 8%. In third place, a man who once ruled comedy with an arrow through his head, Steve Martin with 9%. In second place is Forget Mork, I'm a serious actor now, Robin Williams with 36%. And the humor god of the decade, he likes it raw, Eddie Murphy with 44%.
If you were watching Arsenio Hall a couple of weeks back, you saw Eddie receive his award from a very special presenter. Let's take a look.
we'd like to present to Eddie, and I'll let Michael tell you the rest.
Presented to the king of comedy, Eddie Murphy, the greatest comedian of all time, the king.
This is an award that MTV has actually put together, and viewers.
Thank you. The viewers voted. That's y'all.
Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me!
Party games, huh?
I love them. I love them almost as much as I love that quintessential symbol of the 80s, music video.
Should have stuck to Trivial Pursuits. I don't know.
You know, it's a popular misconception that MTV gave the world a music video. Actually, cavemen made videos, although crude. Unfortunately, they were recorded on Betamax and are now lost to us. But in the 80s, the music video really came into its own. These are the nominations for the greatest video in all of world history.
Really, girls, I'm not exaggerating.
Hi, just telling fishing stories. You know, the competition was fierce, and here's what you decided. Marv?
In fourth place with 9%, the Talking Heads for Once in a Lifetime, tied with the video that made your face hurt, Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer. Next with 17%, Dire Straits and Money for Nothing. Too bad there's no money for third place. In second place is Take On Me, Aha, with 30%. And the top video since the dawn of creation, Michael Jackson and Thriller, with 35% of the vote.
During that same Superstar Summit on the Arsenio Hall show, Eddie Murphy returned the favor to Michael Jackson. Let's take a look at that moment and a look at the making of the greatest video in all of world history.
Thank you, Arsenio, for helping us set that up. We originally had Glenn Campbell giving him the award, but just didn't feel right. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll have your pick for Mondo, Jock, Pick Flick, and hopefully more Vienna cocktail pranks.
All right.
But first, here's another dishonorable mention. Welcome back to MTV's Rate the 80s Awards Party. It's been happening for 10 years, and some of us have the rug burns to prove it. You voted during the month of October, and tonight we have all the winners along with a few surprises.
Nice move.
Hey guys, what's the score?
You think all that matters is the score?
We're appreciating the almost balletic poetry of superbly talented and conditioned individuals engaged in dramatic contests of personal and collective excellence.
How refreshing. Men really changed in the 80s. They became sensitive, and part of that sensitivity was a more refined appreciation for the accomplishments of persons in sport.
All right! Took his head right off. His neck snapped like a twig. Oh, yeah! Yeah!
Let's have a look at the nominees for Mondo Jock of the 80s.
What a snug fit on those pants.
It is poetic. Look at the buns on that one. Let's take a look at how you voted. Here's Marv Albert.
In fifth place with 7%, Martina Navratilova. Fourth with 15% from the Los Angeles Kings, Wayne Gretzky. In third place, he's never lost a match until tonight, Mike Tyson with 16%. At a close second, he knows football, baseball, fiber optics, and he saved those two whales, Bo Jackson with 28%. And the Mondo Jock of the Decade, Chicago Bulls superstar Michael Jordan with 34%.
In a decade of mediocrity, here's a man who rises above it all, Michael Jordan.
Hi, my name is Spike Lee, and I'd like to present this award to my main man, Michael Jordan. He is the Mondo Jock, athlete of the 1980s.
Let me repeat myself.
He is the mondo jock.
You understand?
First of all, I want to say thanks to Spike for presenting me with this award. I want to thank also the MTV viewers for voting me Player of the Decade. It's a reward that I cherished for a long time. And once again, I want to say thanks.
Hi! We're in the middle of a friendly round of charades. Feel free to join in. Where's the beat?
Mumpin' Hill.
Walk looking at you.
Sounds like Marley Matlin.
Phone home. 970 lost.
Who shot JR?
Roach Motel.
Tammy Faye Baker. Wolf Mondo.
Heaven's Gate.
Ishtar.
Ernest James Christmas. Manzingo.
Bingo.
That was the 70s.
It's getting violent. Knock it off, okay? You're close, but no cigar. The answer is the pick flick of the 80s.
We would have never gotten that.
Stupid.
No, it's not. It's the next award category. And here are the nominees. Well, those were the nominations, and here's how you voted.
Wow, that's just like the Oscars or something.
Wow.
Wow.
In fifth place, that feel-good hit the whole family enjoyed, Fatal Attraction, with 16%. Tied in third place with 17%, Risky Business and Raiders of the Lost Ark. In second place, A Freudian Nightmare, when Michael J. Fox is almost seduced by his teenage mom, Back to the Future, with 23%. And the pick flick of the 80s, the film that put Mumford High School on the map, Beverly Hills Cop, with 27%.
Here's Eddie again, along with Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer, the guys who brought you Beverly Hills Cop, with a special thank you.
The moment we saw a rough cut of the picture, just the first time, we saw magic, and the magic was Eddie Murphy.
How you doing?
I attribute the success of the film to everybody that was involved with it. The director, it was a good script. We had good producers. It was a collaborative effort. I got hurt a lot when I was doing it. I would do like stunts and things would go wrong. Like I almost shot off the back of a truck once, and a wall blew up once, and I was too close to it, and I got splinters in my neck. And once I shot a gun, and a shell from the gun shot down between my collar and burnt my neck, and I was like, I'm not having fun at all.
See how we get on. See how it looks.
I'm telling you, know if the gun falls.
I'd like to thank the MTV viewers for picking Beverly Hills Cop 1, the pick flick of the decade, and I'd like to thank Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer.
Eddie Murphy, we thank you from the bottom of our heart. We owe all our cars and all our houses to you.
And I'd like to thank Sylvester Stallone for passing on the project, because then he'd be sitting here instead of me. Thank all of you.
Wow. Hey, Scott, what happened to my fish? I don't know. I suppose you don't. These are great. What are they? Don't leave the party. We'll be right back with the Nobody's Home Award, Bimbo of the 80s. But first, our award, another dishonorable mention.
I think rock and roll and wrestling is going to be together for years and years to come.
I've made some mistakes. I've said so.
I make no excuses.
Brother Swaggart will be required to refrain from preaching.
Welcome back to the MTV Rate the 80s Awards party. During the month of October, you phone in your votes on the 10 Rate the 80s Awards categories. And tonight we're giving you the winners, okay? Don't try this at home, especially if you live in Maine.
Jay, aren't you in my political study group?
Huh?
Sure you are. You're the one that wore those really tight jeans to our Eastern Bloc symposium. The acid-washed ones with the rip in the behind.
Oh, I can explain that.
Sure you can, baby. Why not go freshen up punch?
My, it's getting warm in here.
I know, you need some air. Why don't we get a cab?
Impossible, you say? You'd be surprised. According to the Census Bureau, male bimbos are on the rise. 10 years ago, it seemed that bimboism was the exclusive domain of the Pia Zadoras and the Suzanne Summers, but in the 80s, luminaries like Ronald Reagan and Milli Vanilli have proven that men can be every bit as vapid as women. The only question is, who really is the bimbo of the decade? Let's take a look at the nominees. Oh, you voted your conscience, and here's how it went. Marv?
Thanks, Colin. Bringing up the rear, and it is a bittersweet loss. Brigitte Nielsen with 6%. In fourth place, he sings, he dances, he brought romance back to the screen. Rob Lowe with 10%. A respectable third, Vanna White with 20%. In second place, Jessica Hahn with 31%. And the winner with 33%, you know him as George Bush's life insurance policy, Dan Quayle, Bimbo of the Decade.
Imagine. This is the second election this man has won in a year, all right? Here he is, a bimbo for the people, of the people, and by the people. Dan Quayle. Ladies and gentlemen, the Vice President of the United States, Dan Quayle.
I love all these signs, and they're all different. As we were driving in, we were talking about the different signs. But it is really just a genuine, deep honor to me.
Hold on, all right. We really didn't get Dan Quayle to accept the award. But hey, would you rather see the man that's a heartbeat from the presidency or Madonna French kiss an inanimate object? We got you Michael Jackson, Eddie Murphy, and Mel Gibson, all right? So we didn't get Dan Quayle, all right? Who cares? So on behalf of all the MTV viewers, congratulations, Dan Quayle, the bimbo of the 80s.
Poor Dan, all he ever asked for was a game show. Still to come, the really big album, the best TV show, which should be Married with Children, when the Rate the 80s awards party continues. But first, here's another dishonorable mention.
Know what I mean? Moving up the stage and don't it sound amazing?
I'm bigger and better. Forget about Def Leppard.
I make ice melt and water freeze. I'm the baddest black brother on the 7 seas.
I make it real good like Dr. Feel Good.
I make you wake up in a cold sweat. Dripping with the fluid that wets you when you do it.
I grip the microphone like a pit bull terrier. Yes, but I'm scarier, punk.
Now we're the baddest of the bad, coolest of the cool. I'm the pinnacle. That means I reign supreme, and I'm notorious. I'll crush you like a jelly bean. I'm back. I'm back.
I'm the greatest man alive. I'm the greatest man alive. I'm the greatest man alive.
Put it there.
Welcome back to the MTV's Rate the 80s Awards Party. Tonight we're honoring the best in 80s film, video, TV, and, of course, music.
Led Zeppelin!
No, Black Sabbath, dude. No, Led Zeppelin. No, Black Sabbath.
Hey, you guys, come on. I love Led Zeppelin too, but it's the 80s. The music has changed completely. You should be listening to bands like Motorhead, Whitesnake, Metallica. You know, we still call them albums, but the 80s saw the rise of the cassette and that wondrous new creation, the CD. Not only do they sound better, but they're much easier to shoplift.
Metallica, Whitesnake, man.
And what was the really big album of the 80s, you ask? Well, let's take a look at those nominees, shall we?
Problem.
We got a lot of votes on this one, and here's the way that you called it. Marv?
Dead last, sorry boss, Born in the USA with 8%. In fourth place, who could forget Every Breath You Take? Apparently most of the country. Synchronicity by the Police with 9%. Michael Jackson moonwalks into third with his Thriller LP taking 14%. In second, U2's The Joshua Tree with 18%. But it was no contest deciding the biggest album of the 80s. With 51% of the vote, more than any other nominee, Def Leppard, Hysteria.
And here they are to accept their award from the studio where they're recording their next album, Def Leppard.
Well, you're not going to get any of that LA stuff from us. Woo, yeah, wow, whoa, dude.
Go, dude.
Hi, we're Def Leppard, currently in the studio doing our new album. When you were asked to rate the 80s, you voted Hysteria a really big album. Ah, the really big album. But when you were asked to rate the 80s, you voted Hysteria the big album. Oh, sorry, the really big album, bollocks. There's too many words to remember. Ready?
I'm ready.
Good. I'm not. The very big album, the really big album, in hell. Well, it is very big. It's not really big, it's very
really
big.
Very big.
The really big album,
Who
yeah.
thought these titles, anyway?
Well, it's MTV. They're very hip. You voted Hysteria the really big album. So we, Def Leppard, would like to thank the viewers very much for this award, and keep watching MTV.
Welsh Rarebit? Welsh Rarebit? Stick around, this party's not over yet. We have the best TV show and the universal philosophy of the 80s. And yet another platter of Welsh Rarebit coming up. You guys, it's moving. Swear to God, check it out.
Hi. Welcome back to MTV's Rate the 80s Awards Party. Come on in, I was just checking the credentials of some of the guests. Can't be too careful. Oh, good. This should help cover the cost of that mine we had in '82. Actually, it's possible to gauge the trends and attitudes of a decade by seeing what people carry around with them. Why don't you lock the door and we'll take a look. I won't touch you, I promise. Okay, here we go. Oh, test tube, baby. Almost forgot about these, huh? Rubik's Cube. How about these Rubik's Cubes? Some people still love them. I'm not one of them. Where's that? Oh-ho! Now you can watch TV anywhere. How about these little babies, huh? In the bathtub, during your parents' messy divorce, shut yourself out from the pain, dysfunctional family, or while operating heavy equipment. TV got so good during the 80s, segue, we just couldn't afford to miss any of it. Right now, let's take a look at the nominees for the best TV show of the 80s, or what we like to call the For Once Something Good on Network TV award. And the winner is Masterpiece Theater. Now, here's how you voted. Once again, here's Marv Albert.
Okay, Colin, in last place, they broke the fourth wall, but came in fifth, Moonlighting with 13%. Finishing in fourth place with 18%, Pee-wee's Playhouse. And for the second time tonight, Nice Guys finished third, Late Night with David Letterman with 21%. In second place, the show that taught us never ever to have children, Family Ties with 23%. And number one with a bullet, your favorite show of the decade, Miami Vice with 25%.
And here they are, Don Johnson, Philip Michael Thomas, and the man who created Miami Vice, Michael Mann.
The thing that Brandon Tartikoff wanted when he asked for the show was an MTV Cop show, and that's exactly what they got.
The public was ready.
It changed the face of television as we know it.
It was just an idea whose time had come.
What we basically did is try to make little one-hour movies.
Was that the idea?
We merged rock music and video technology with dramatic flares.
Oh, so what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, basically what we did with music was throw away any preconception about what you were supposed to do, what you were not supposed to do, and basically we had a ball. Who appeared on my show?
Oh, Ted Nugent. Frank Zappa.
Can I offer you something to eat?
Oh, Phil Collins.
I'd like to do my little bit for Law and Order.
Glenn Fry. We had Sheena Easton, who Don married.
We were a family for 5 years, and if we live to be 100, we'll still be a family.
You know, they'll wheel Sonny Crockett out in the... Please, Grammy life.
This is great. I want to thank all the viewers of MTV.
I want to thank all the fans. I want to thank God and MTV for this magnificent award.
We won something good on network TV award. And a damn good choice. Let's just see if you made the right choice. What do you folks think about this? Apparently we have a quorum.
There's still one category and a little bit of fun left in MTV's Rate the 80s Awards party. So don't go away.
Hey guys, what's up?
I lost an earring. You want to go help me look for it?
Hey man, I'm not into that stuff.
What are you, some kind of pervert?
I feel like Mr. Roper.
Where are my keys?
Hey, where's my wallet?
Where's my test tube baby? What's going on here? I don't know. Colin? Welcome back to the Rate the 80s Awards Party. You called in your votes in October, and tonight we're giving you the winners. Our last award category is the universal philosophy of the 80s. The universal philosophy is that phrase, you know, that thought that best sums up the spirit of the times. Here are some of tonight's winners to share some of their philosophies.
I would like to start a philosophy today, or continue a philosophy that I've lived for the past 20 years. Say yes to the arts.
If it doesn't fit, hit it with a big stick.
Greed?
Be free. Do whatever you want to do. That's me. That's my philosophy. Just do whatever you want to do.
Hi, I'm Don Johnson, and I don't know what the catchphrase for the 80s is, but I do know the walls are coming down.
Well, that's what the stars thought was the attitude of the decade, but they don't know anything, do they? Let's see what you think. Let's take a look at those phrases we just kept on hearing over and over and over until we wanted to scream. Here are the nominees for the universal philosophy of the 80s.
That was my scream.
Thank you.
I was trying to help.
Very nice. You phoned in your votes, we tallied the results, and here's how it went.
I'll take it from here, Marv. Nancy Reagan took it on the chin. Just Say No came in a miserable fifth with 11%. Straight from the Sherman Oaks Galleria, Totally Awesome with 15%. What's in it for me, you ask? How does third place with 17% sound? In second place with 20% was Don't Worry, Be Happy. And the winner for the universal philosophy with 37% is Life Sucks, and Then You Die. Maybe it's true. Maybe life does suck, and then you die. But to those of us who appreciate good grammar, when the going gets tough, the tough go shopping.
Well, in any case, since your votes decided tonight's winners, we asked some of you what you think about the universal philosophy of the 80s. Five, four,
3, 2, 1.
Life sucks, then you die.
Hello, this is Dave, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit about life.
If you want life to suck, it's gonna suck.
Take a harsh good look, it's not too pleasant.
Maybe life isn't exactly all that it's cracked up to be.
I'm sure there are plenty of people out there who don't have a great life, so for them, life sucks. I think it's the epitome of the 80s, you know, because we see so little to go for.
If you literally translate life sucks and then you die, you know, what is there really to look forward to?
Racism sucks.
Not caring sucks.
Poverty sucks.
War sucks.
AIDS sucks.
Because of AIDS, sex sucks. Drug dealing sucks.
I want to watch the news.
Greed sucks.
Homelessness sucks.
Politics sucks. Apartheid sucks.
Talk about South Africa. We don't like what's going on.
It's the end of the world.
Sid and Nancy, for them, life did suck.
Then you die.
Then you die.
Then you die.
Well, life sucks and then you die, but, you know, you gotta keep living.
That's just the way it goes.
So what if you think life sucks? Don't worry about it.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
Life is what you make of it.
You got a life, so use it.
It is all up to us. You know, we're all captains of our own ship.
No matter what bad thing happens to you, I mean, something good's gonna balance that out eventually.
One still can't let it get you down, I don't think. I mean, then life would suck.
We're gonna have a good life. We're gonna have a good life.
If the 80s was sucky for a lot of people, I think the 90s are probably going to be suckier.
I think the philosophy of the 90s will be a little bit more hopeful.
People caring for other people.
Maybe life won't suck so much for people in the 90s.
If the 80s are life sucks and then you die, then I hope the 90s are life's a beach and then you surf to heaven.
That's it? Life sucks and then you die? That's the universal philosophy of the 80s? A turbulent decade saw the rise of Brian Gumble, the fall of communism, Run DMC, Terence Trent D'Arby, Cyndi Lauper. That doesn't mean anything? Rock Me Amadeus, 99 Luft Balloons, what's up? And that's the philosophy. Boy, that really sucks. I wonder who that could be.
Yoo-hoo, Colin! You're visiting our son. Are these Colin's friends? Colin, it's Mother. Oh, me, your mummy. Mom. Oh, Lord, I miss you. My God.
Colin, baby boy.
Oh,
my little baby boy.
Where
have you been? It's been 10 years.
Oh, you know your father. He
Barely.
ran out of cash and he couldn't remember his personal identification number. Would you believe we were standing in front of a cash machine for 9.5 years, you big dope?
I guess I'm just an old fuddy-duddy.
No, Dad.
Hey, you probably due for your allowance.
Oh, now don't spoil
Double
him.
nothing.
Oh,
Tails, you got it? Oh.
No, you don't.
Oh, Dad.
You kidder. Why do you do that to
Thanks,
our
Dad. And I'd like to thank Christina Applegate for being a charming hostess and throwing out the frat boys who got out of hand. And thanks to you guys for tuning in.
Who's he talking to?
Oh, honey, he always talked to people that weren't there. You remember. Let's go in the kitchen and I'll fix you some nice Ovaltine. But first, I want to check on my crystal egg. You know that is my prized possession. My own.
Ma, why don't we get the Ovaltine?
Debbie Gibson.
Tiffany.
Debbie Gibson.
Tiffany. Gibson. Tiffany.